seeing like build armor, and that's like, I want to know more about that.
The build armor. Okay.
It looks like you were giving a talk to somebody, and like I'm like looking at you here. It's like you're like a female GaryVee programmer. Like you guys got motivational posts and stuff like that as well. You and
Oh
your
yeah,
husband.
for sure. Yeah. Yep, I'm all about motivating people. And the armor post, so I did the keynote at a Google developers conference in Central Florida a few months ago. And then I got asked to go to Dallas and do the same thing. And I gave a talk of kind of about, it was like bringing it's like, what did I call it? How to launch staging into production, which is like a technical thing. And it's about like bringing your side hustle into your full-time job. And the armor part was when you're told no, or you fail interviews, or you fail a class, because I failed my first programming class in school. And I failed a Microsoft job interview. Like all these sorts of things, instead of using them and being defeated and feeling like a failure, you have to use them to build armor, because it's just setting you up to be better next time. Because every time you fail, you learn something, or you should. You're like, when I failed in school, I realized that I need to be more diligent with my time and be very intentional about the stuff that I'm learning and the questions that I'm asking. When I failed my Microsoft interview, I realized that confidence isn't everything. And you really need to like fully, if you're going in and presenting yourself as an expert, you better be an expert type thing. And after that interview, it was 5 hours, and it was with some of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And at first I felt super defeated that I didn't get the job. But then I realized, after talking with them, the stuff that I needed to work on, and I wrote it down, and I was like, okay, so if I ever do want to go and apply again, or even meet with them, these are the things that I need to do. So it's about, building armor and just taking every failure taking it for what it is, and then learning from it, and just making sure that you don't dwell too much on it, and find the positive in it. It's kind of just what it's about. Because everybody fails. We fail all the time. Like we fail on a daily basis, especially in programming. You kind of just have to take it.
Yeah, well, it's not called green repeat. It's called red green repeat. Refactor. Right. So you were talking a little bit in your talk about from staging to production. You caught my ear there. What did you talk about in regards to that? I want to hear your thoughts on deploying from staging into production.
Oh, like actual staging to the production deploys?
Well, I'm sorry. Is that what you said your talk was about? Which I had not.
No, that was just an analogy. We could talk about staging to production, but
no. I was just like, what, did she have some awesome story about like failing staging to production? Because that's definitely a spot where failure is going to happen.
Oh, I have a funny story. I had one of my first big projects. I was a lead and only developer on it. And this was like right when I started this job. It was my first job as a developer. And I deleted the entire production database. And I did. Oh yeah, I just looked at my computer in like utter disbelief that I did it. And I like went to my mentor, and she was just like, it's okay. Like this happens to everybody. And she's like,
nope.
Just retrace what you did. And then like I was able to restore it.